You've been told for decades that these foods are good for you, but after 60, they could be silently destroying your joints. If your knees feel stiff, your back aches in the morning, or your hands don't move like they used to, it's time we talk. Because the truth is, these four common healthy foods could be silently inflaming your joints, accelerating cartilage breakdown, and making your pain worse. Today, I'll expose each one and what to eat instead to finally protect your joints, preserve your mobility, and feel young again, no matter your age. Joint pain after 60 isn't random. It's not just getting old. It's often linked to years of microscopic damage fueled by inflammation, collagen breakdown, and nutrient deficiencies, all made worse by what you eat. In fact, what you remove from your plate after 60 may be just as important as what you add. So if you want to finally stop this pain at the source, pay very close attention, because food number 3 might shock you the most. Food number 1, whole wheat bread and healthy grains. Whole wheat bread, brown rice, high-fiber breakfast cereals. You've seen them on every shelf with bold labels. Heart healthy, wholesome goodness, doctor recommended. And for years, we believed it. We believed that if we ditched white bread and chose whole grain, we were doing our bodies a favor. And for some, in younger years, maybe that was true. But after 60, that story changes completely. See, your digestive system doesn't work the same way it did at 30 or 40. The enzymes are weaker, the gut lining is thinner, and your body becomes much more sensitive to irritation and inflammation. So when you eat these so-called healthy grains, what happens inside might shock you. The hidden villain is gluten. Let's talk about gluten, a protein found in wheat, barley, and rye. Now you may think, I'm not gluten intolerant, so I'm fine. But here's the truth nobody's telling you. Even if you've never had a single allergy in your life, gluten can still be quietly inflaming your gut and joints after 60. Why? Because gluten molecules are like tiny needles to an aging gut lining. They irritate the cells, they poke microscopic holes, and over time, they wear down your gut's natural barrier. This is what scientists call intestinal permeability, or what you may have heard as leaky gut. And once that gut wall is compromised, toxins, undigested food particles, and bad bacteria start leaking into your bloodstream. What does your immune system do? It goes into defense mode. Inflammation flares up to attack the invaders. But here's the tragic part. This inflammation doesn't just stay in your gut. It travels to your knees, to your hips, to your spine, to your hands. Suddenly, you're waking up with aching joints, swollen fingers, stiff knees, and you think it's just aging. But it could be that healthy slice of whole wheat toast you had for breakfast. We recently heard from Elaine, a retired teacher from Florida, 67, in our Nitro wellness community. She'd been eating clean for years. Whole grain toast in the morning, bran cereal, brown rice at dinner. But her joints were getting worse. Knees locking, wrists stiff. She was about to ask her doctor for a prescription until she tried removing gluten for 30 days. In just 2 weeks, the swelling in her hands began to fade. She could walk without that creaking sound in her knees. She even started gardening again without pain, all from taking out the grains she thought were helping her. The science backs it up. Multiple studies now show that gluten triggers systemic inflammation even in people without celiac disease. And in older adults, where gut permeability increases naturally, the damage happens faster and lasts longer. And guess what? Inflammation is the #1 enemy of collagen, the protein that keeps your joints, skin, and bones strong. So every time you eat healthy whole wheat, you may be contributing to the very breakdown you're trying to avoid. What to eat instead? Now don't worry, you're not doomed to bland meals. Here are a few powerful, delicious alternatives. Quinoa, packed with protein, fiber, and naturally gluten-free. Wild rice, not only safe, but loaded with antioxidants for joint repair. Roasted sweet potatoes, support your gut and feed collagen production. Buckwheat, despite the name, it's gluten-free and anti-inflammatory. These foods don't just avoid damage, they actually help your joints heal. A question for you. So think back. How many times in the last week have you eaten healthy bread, cereal, or grains? If your joints are hurting, if you feel older than you are, maybe it's not age. Maybe it's your breakfast. Before we move on, make sure you stay until food number 3. It's been marketed as healthy for decades, but the reality is shocking. Food number 2. Low-fat yogurt and diet dairy. Let me guess. You've probably had this moment. You're in the grocery store, trying to eat clean. You reach for the yogurt aisle, and there it is, that cup of low-fat fruit yogurt. 99 calories, heart symbol on the label, maybe even a doctor-recommended sticker slapped on the lid. It feels like a safe choice. After all, it's low in fat, full of calcium, and it's dairy, so it must be good for your bones, right? Well, no. What if I told you that healthy snack may be silently making your joints worse? Let's break it down. Hidden sugars, hidden damage. Most low-fat or light yogurts are a sugar trap in disguise. When manufacturers remove fat, they also remove taste. So what do they add back in? Sugar. Lots of it. Some of these so-called healthy yogurts have more sugar than a glazed donut. We're talking 18 to 24 grams in a single cup. That's nearly your entire recommended daily sugar intake, hidden in a cup of diet yogurt. Now, why does that matter for your joints? Because excess sugar increases a process in your body called glycation. It's when sugar molecules attach to proteins like collagen and cause them to become stiff and brittle. And what's collagen? The protein that cushions your joints, keeps your cartilage strong, and allows your knees, hips, and shoulders to move smoothly. So more sugar equals more glycation equals faster joint breakdown. But it gets worse. Artificial sweeteners, even more dangerous. If your yogurt says sugar-free, don't breathe easy just yet. Chances are it's loaded with chemical sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, or acesulfame potassium. These fake sugars trick your brain into thinking you're eating something sweet, but your body can't process them properly. That confusion disrupts your metabolism and can increase insulin resistance, a key driver of chronic inflammation. Inflammation, again, is one of the top causes of joint damage in people over 60. Studies also suggest these sweeteners may negatively affect your gut microbiome, the community of bacteria in your digestive system that helps regulate everything from digestion to immunity to joint health. So now you've got sugar or chemicals, blood sugar spikes, inflammatory responses, and damaged collagen, all from one innocent-looking snack. The fat myth, why full fat is actually better. Now here's the part that might surprise you. The fat in dairy, especially from grass-fed cows, isn't the enemy. In fact, it contains conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, a healthy fat that's been shown to reduce inflammation, support immune function, and protect joint cartilage. So by removing the fat, you're also removing the very thing that could help reduce your pain. Think about that. We were told for decades that fat was the villain. But in reality, it's the sugar and chemicals that are doing the real damage. So what should you do instead? Simple. Ditch the low-fat, sugar-loaded yogurts. Instead, go for full-fat, unsweetened Greek yogurt or kefir. Look for options made from grass-fed or organic milk, which have higher levels of joint-friendly nutrients. Want flavor? Add cinnamon, chia seeds, or a small handful of berries. They add sweetness and antioxidants without the sugar crash. Not only will you support your joints, you'll also improve your gut health, your blood sugar control, and even your mood. Little changes, big results. If there's one thing I've learned from helping people over 60 transform their health, it's this. Big results often come from small, consistent changes. Swapping out one sugar bomb snack for a real nourishing food? That's a small change. But do it daily, and your joints will feel the difference. Less stiffness, more flexibility, and a better, pain-free life. And it starts with being smart in the yogurt aisle.
Food number 3, vegetable oils, the silent joint destroyer. Now this one is shocking, and honestly, it should make you a little angry. Because for over 40 years, we've been told that vegetable oils like canola oil, soybean oil, and corn oil are heart-healthy choices. They've been plastered all over labels, praised by dietitians, and even used in hospitals. But here's the truth they never told you. These oils are not from vegetables. They're from industrial seeds, heavily refined using high heat, chemicals like hexane, and bleach to make them look clean and clear. And the result? A bottle full of omega-6 fatty acids, which in excess become the #1 dietary source of chronic inflammation in the modern diet. Now, omega-6s aren't bad in and of themselves. Your body needs them in small amounts. But the problem is balance. Our ancestors ate omega-6 and omega-3 in a nearly 1-to-1 ratio. But today, thanks to these oils, the average ratio is more like 20-to-1. A dangerous flood of omega-6s that completely overwhelms your body's natural ability to control inflammation. What this means for your joints? Imagine your joints are like a calm river. Omega-3s help keep the current smooth, but when omega-6s take over, it's like dumping gasoline into the water and lighting a match. Inflammation surges, collagen starts to break down, cartilage wears thin, fluid between joints dries up, and slowly, painfully, movement becomes harder. You start to groan when you stand up. You hesitate before walking long distances. Your hands feel stiff when you wake up. You blame aging, but it's not always age. It's the oil you cook your eggs in. Where are these oils hiding? And here's what's concerning. These inflammatory oils are hidden in almost everything. Read the back of any package in your pantry right now. Chances are it contains canola oil, soybean oil, corn oil, or even something called vegetable oil blend, which is code for whatever was cheapest that day. They're in salad dressings, mayonnaise, store-bought hummus, almond milk, granola bars, protein powders, frozen healthy meals, crackers with words like organic and multigrain. Even that healthy trail mix might be roasted in soybean oil. So while you think you're eating clean, your joints may be bathing in inflammation every single day. Here's why this matters, especially after 60. Your body becomes less efficient at detoxifying and balancing fats as you age. That means even a small amount of the wrong oil can cause more damage, more inflammation, and longer recovery time than it would in your 30s or 40s. Your cartilage is also thinner. Your collagen production is slower. Your immune response is more sensitive. So what was once okay in moderation becomes dangerous even in small doses. That joint pain you feel after dinner, it might not be the weather. It might be the oil in your stir-fry. What to use instead? The good news is you can flip the script starting today. Replace industrial oils with real oils that heal your joints, not harm them. Extra virgin olive oil, rich in polyphenols and anti-inflammatory compounds proven to protect cartilage. Cold-pressed avocado oil, perfect for cooking with a high smoke point and loaded with monounsaturated fats. Flaxseed oil, a natural plant-based source of omega-3s to rebalance your fatty acid profile. Even grass-fed ghee and coconut oil in moderation can offer joint-supporting benefits without the inflammatory backlash. And always read the labels. If it says vegetable oil, soy oil, or canola oil, put it back on the shelf. Look, if there's one small change you can make that gives you big results, this is it. Because oils go in everything, which means when you get this one right, you start healing your joints every time you eat. So remember this the next time you reach for a bottle at the store. The oil inflames. The right oil restores. Don't let seed oils age your knees faster than time ever could. If this is opening your eyes even a little, then take a second and hit subscribe to Nitro Wellness. Every week, we break down the truth about senior health. No fluff, no hype, just what actually works for people over 60. And tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? It inspires us to know our videos are helping people around the world. Let's rebuild your joints, your energy, and your life together.
Food number 4, fruit juices and smoothies. This might be the sneakiest joint destroyer of all, because unlike vegetable oils or processed snacks, this one wears a disguise. It's served in tall glasses with fancy straws. It's advertised with words like detox, natural, and immune boosting. It's something you've probably had today, or at least this week. I'm talking about fruit juices, bottled smoothies, and yes, even your homemade green smoothie. Let me paint a picture for you. You wake up, blend some banana, mango, and a splash of juice with yogurt. Maybe you throw in a date or two for natural sweetness. It tastes amazing, you feel healthy, but within 20 minutes, your blood sugar is soaring because your body just absorbed the equivalent of 8 to 10 teaspoons of sugar without any of the fiber that normally slows it down. Here's the truth. Most smoothies, even the green ones, are just liquid sugar bombs in disguise. And after 60, your metabolism doesn't work like it used to. Your cells don't respond to insulin the same way. Your pancreas doesn't regulate blood sugar as quickly, and your body becomes hypersensitive to sugar spikes. What does that mean for your joints? Spike in blood sugar equals spike in inflammation. And inflammation is what breaks down collagen, dries out cartilage, and causes that aching, grinding feeling in your knees or hips. Even worse, store-bought juices and smoothies are a trap. The label might say 100% fruit juice, no added sugar, or cold-pressed. But here's what they don't tell you. Most of these drinks are pasteurized, which destroys antioxidants. They're made from fruit concentrate, not fresh fruit. And even no sugar added options still flood your bloodstream with fructose, just like soda. In fact, a glass of orange juice spikes your blood sugar faster than Coca-Cola. Think about that. The thing we were told was vitamin C for your joints, may be the very thing causing them to stiffen and swell. If you've been dealing with knee pain that won't go away, swelling in your fingers or ankles, morning stiffness that takes hours to fade, look at what's in your glass, not just on your plate. Now here's what to do instead. If you love smoothies, don't give them up. Just remake them smarter. Start with a non-starchy veggie base like spinach, cucumber, celery, or kale. Add a squeeze of lemon or lime for flavor and antioxidants. And if you want sweetness, use half a green apple or a few frozen berries, not bananas, dates, or juice. And add chia seeds or flax seeds for fiber and omega-3s to fight inflammation. This way, you stabilize your blood sugar, support your gut, and actually help your joints instead of hurting them. Because when you lower blood sugar spikes, you lower inflammation. When inflammation goes down, collagen starts to rebuild. And when collagen rebuilds, your joints feel young again. If you've made it this far, you already know your food isn't just fuel,
It's information. It tells your joints whether to heal or hurt. Those stiff mornings, that cracking sound in your knees, the tightness in your hands, that's not just getting older. That's your body begging you to change what you feed it. Start by eliminating just these 4 foods. It's simple, but it's powerful. And once the inflammation fades, the collagen rebuilds, and your pain subsides, you'll realize something. You didn't need more pills. You just needed better choices. Thanks for being here today. If this video helped you, share it with someone you care about. It could save them years of pain. And don't forget, subscribe to Nitro Wellness if you believe that growing older shouldn't mean feeling older. Stay strong, stay smart, and I'll see you in the next video.